There is a phrase that people use that I find it has some validity, and that is the phrase where people say they're going to speak something into existence. I have no problem with that. That's basically them saying, I'm going to manifest this by my belief in my mind and verbalizing it. I get it. But you got to understand, too, when you say speaking something into existence, it can go both ways. Some of you are saying that you want to speak something into the existence. You're doing that to try to convince yourself of a situation you probably procrastinated about, something that you know that you've needed to do and refused to do it out of fear, or something that you wish really, really hard for, but you are not sure if you're emotionally or mentally equipped to handle it. There's a certain amount of uncertainty as to why you're saying speak into existence all the time. Now, every now and then, that's fine. You've yielded up to your creator, your request, and everything, and you've moved on. I'm talking about these people who keep saying they're going to speak something to existence, and they've been speaking it for the past 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 years. And it's usually in regards to a personal situation they're involved in. What they're doing is they're trying to psych themselves out into believing that it's going to be a positive situation when they're dealing with the same people that are doing the same mess in the house. This happens a lot in relationships. Let's say you have one partner that's working hard to try to make everything right, trying to be progressive and build something, but you have that other person, for whatever reason, just doesn't have that mindset. They come and go as they please, and they're just not showing respect to the other person. And the person already knows that they don't show any respect. So instead of being proactive and trying to come up with a way to change the situation, actively do it. They'll go around and they'll be praying and meditating and talking about, I'm going to speak this into existence. But the problem is that's all they're doing. I'm going to speak positive energy into existence. I'm going to speak this person being saved into existence. Okay, but until that person chooses to change their mind or decides to move on, guess what? It hasn't been spoken into existence. What you have spoken into existence is the fact that you're speaking into existence. That's all you've spoken into existence. You know, they also say in the same word that you read that faith without works is dead. So, okay, you got faith, but you want to turn around and speak things to existence. Where's the action? Where's the work? Where's the dust ruffling? Where's the house cleaning? Where are the changes that need to be made to go along with that? A lot of you have no intention of doing any additional work when you say that. You're saying that to psych yourself numb to what's really going on. You're saying, I'm going to speak this into existence, when you know in the back of your mind that person's not going to change their ways. They're not going to change their attitude. You're trying to psych yourself into numbness so you could turn the blind eye and be totally ignorant to the fact that you are in pain behind the shit that they're doing. And you have been in pain behind the shit they're doing for years. It could be anything. It could be infidelity. It could be someone who doesn't want to keep a job and the finances have been jacked up for years. It could be somebody who has been under the influence of substances and is addicted. It could be a number of things that's tearing the household apart. But instead of you doing something about it, you're going to tell yourself, I'm going to leave it at the temple, mosque, church, whatever, and I'm just going to speak it into existence every single day. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with speaking things into existence, but also you need to have a plan of action. And some of y'all have been speaking into existence that unfaithful mate, that lazy mate, that drunken mate. You've been speaking their saving into existence for 15, 20 years. And all they are is older. You're more broke. There are more people out there they're running around the street with. And they're more high every single day. and you don't understand why it's gotten worse from the time that you decide you want to speak to existence. Then you want to turn around and say that your creator doesn't love you, that you're being punished. You go into this mode now that you're the victim. Oh, okay, you're being punished. No, you're not being punished. It's just that a little bit more was required for you to handle the situation once it presented itself. That's what was required. You were supposed to do a little bit more work. You were supposed to put your foot down, roll your sleeves up, get your hands dirty, be uncomfortable for a little while, and shut the shit down, because you had the power and the ability to do it right then and there. But instead of doing that and having to face things for what they really were, you want to go around and meditate and pray and say, I'm going to speak into existence, and don't do a damn thing to change it. That's why things are worse 15, 20 years later. And that person is not taking you seriously, because you haven't done anything. You haven't gone anywhere. You raise a little hell every now and then, but they already know in the back of their mind you ain't going nowhere. So why would a person change their behavior if they know they're going to keep getting the same thing they've been getting the whole time? If they don't see any consequences to their actions, guess what? And I'm talking about human nature here. I'm not talking about anybody. I'm talking about everybody. If you don't see the consequences of your ways or the consequences of your actions and the detriment that it causes, if you don't see that, what's the sense of changing? But there's some of you, you got to be careful about speaking things into existence. Okay, fine, you're speaking, but what else are you doing? Now on this channel, I'm all about trying to get people to be interactive, be proactive, and a co-creator of your own life. Because you have the power within. You're not just a dead leaf on the ground. You're part of the tree. Make some things happen. Switch things up in the house. Switch it up at the job. Switch it up at the club. Switch it up in the church group. Switch up your approach and your attitude, and watch how people's attitudes are changed towards you, and it'll probably be for the better. That's your speaking into existence. You got to switch some things up. Just saying.